Chapter 2. Functions of bench officers and court administrators. Introduction. Dear participant, in the previous chapter, you learned in detail about case registries while highlighting various matters related to registers of cases and the entire process of filing cases and other documents in courts. In this chapter, you are invited to learn the functions of the bench officers and court administrators. Also, you will understand the necessary leadership skills for smooth performance of administration and judicial functions. Furthermore, you will be able to understand that performance of judicial functions such as adjudication and determination of cases are duties managed by bench officers, while administration and the management of finances are the duties of Chief Court Administrator, who is assisted by administrative officers. General functions of the bench officers. Dear participants, bench officers as judicial officer are created by the law as per Section 27, subsection 1 and 3 of the Judiciary Administration Act, and Section 3, subsection 1, Section 4, subsection 1, and Section 5, subsection 1 of the Magistrates Court Act, respectively. The office of the bench officers includes the offices of the Chief Registrar, Registrar of the Court of Appeal, Registrar of the High Court, Deputy Registrar, Resident Magistrate in Charge, District Magistrate in Charge, and Primary Court Magistrate in Charge. Bench officers, therefore, have a vital role of ensuring the performance of the core function of the judiciary. The Chief Registrar. The office of the Chief Registrar is established under Section 27 of the Judiciary Administration Act with the focus on supervision of all judicial functions of the judiciary. Other functions of this office are provided under Section 28 of the same law. These includes coordination of judicial matters, synchronization, synthesization, and production of the comprehensive performance report of the judicial functions. Also, communicate with the government on matters relating to the judicial profession or any other matters with which the government may be concerned. Apart from the Chief Registrar, there are other categories of registrars such as the Registrar, Court of Appeal, Registrar of the High Court, and Deputy Registrars, whose general functions include the following: preparation of annual calendars of the Court of Appeal and of the High Court, supervision of duties relating to the Court of Appeal, High Court divisions, High Court zones, subordinate courts, and tribunals, supervision of the Court of Appeal registries and sub-registries, performing the function of the Secretary of the Court Broker and Process Servers Ethics Committee for the registrars of the High Court specifically, preparation of law day and law week, preparation of professional farewell proceedings for judges who are retiring, coordinating the preparation of guards of honor at the opening of the Court of Appeal and High Court sessions as per Police General Orders, PGO, filing and processing confidential reports of judicial officers under their supervision, preparing and filing statistics and returns, handling official communication within the judiciary and other institutions. Magistrates in charge. Magistrates in charge are overall managers of their respective courts. The resident magistrate in charge includes the resident magistrate in charge of a region, resident magistrate in charge of a district, and resident magistrate in charge of a primary court. Their duties are as follows: preparation of weekly cause lists, supervision of the courts, including case hearings, making sure that statistics and returns are processed and filed, preparation of law week and law day, receiving reports from police lockups, link the judiciary, government, and other stakeholders, processing confidential reports of other judicial officers, handling official communication with the judicial and other institutions, preparation and filing of statistics and returns, and receiving official guests at their respective stations. The Registrar and Deputy Registrar of the Court of Appeal. Dear participants, judicial duties of the Registrar and Deputy Registrars have been clearly spelled out in a number of laws. These laws include Order 43 of the Civil Procedure Code, and other laws include Section 26 of the Magistrates Court Act, Section 43 and 44 of the Land Disputes Courts Act, and the functions under these laws include the following: extracting drawn orders and decrees from court decisions, executing and ensuring compliance with court orders and decrees, conducting taxation of bill of costs, appointing and extending time for filing of written statement of defense in suits, giving leave to file a reply, ordering that a suit be dismissed, making an order or giving judgment on admission, signing a decree where a judge has vacated the office after pronouncing judgment without signing the decree, issuing notices to show cause, admitting, rejecting, or allowing amendments of applications, staying execution and restoration of any property, dismissing appeals for want of prosecution or appearance, giving directions to parties in court proceedings, including extension of time. Resident magistrate in charge. Dear participants, a resident magistrate in charge of a region has supervisory and judicial functions under sections 30, subsection 2, and subsection 3, section 44, subsection 2, and section 62, all sections of the Magistrates Court Act. In addition, he exercises the administrative functions under section 10, subsection 4 of the same law. The functions are inspection of the record of any proceedings in a resident magistrate court, district courts, or primary court, examining the records of registries, power to stay executions, power to approve sureties in criminal cases, drawing court orders and decrees, executing and ensuring compliance with court orders, conducting taxation of bills of costs, assigning and reassigning cases to other magistrates, serving as a member of the Regional Judicial Officers Ethics Committee, serving as member and a chairman of various criminal and civil case management committees. District Resident Magistrate in charge. The District Resident Magistrate in charge has the following functions: to try civil and criminal matters in his court, to hear appeals from primary courts, to exercise execution powers, to conduct inspection of lockups and prisons, to determine taxation of bill of costs, staying execution and restoration of any property, issuing notices to show cause, assigning and reassigning cases to magistrates, serving as a member of District Judicial Officers Ethics Committee, serving as a member and/or chairman of various criminal and civil case management committees within her jurisdiction. Primary Court Magistrate in charge. A primary court magistrate in charge has the following judicial and administrative functions: to try civil and criminal matters at his court, to hear appeals from ward tribunals under his territorial jurisdiction. Also, he may execute orders issued by his court or when asked by other courts under Section 39, subsection 1 of the Magistrates' Courts Act. He is also required to conduct inspections of lockups and prisons, issuing notices to show cause, recording of extrajudicial statements as a justice of peace, and assigning and reassigning cases to other magistrates within his court. The Office of the Chief Court Administrator and its functions. Dear participants, you should note that the Judicial Administration Act introduces the Office of the Chief Court Administrator, who is assisted by other court administrators in performing non-judicial functions. Establishment of the office. Dear participant, the Office of the Chief Court Administrator is established under Section 7, subsection 1 of the Judicial Administration Act and is being assisted by other court administrators described under Section 11, subsection 1 of the same Act. Functions of the Chief Court Administrator. The Chief Court Administrator has the following functions: strategic planning, management of finances, management of human resource and administration, and other functions under Section 53 of the Judiciary Administration Act. Take note that the Chief Court Administrator is restricted from performing duties assigned to judicial officers by law as expressly stated under Section 8, subsection 2 of the Judiciary Administration Act. Functions of other court administrators. Other court administrators have the following functions: to perform general administrative functions, to manage funds allocated to their respective courts, to prepare and submit quarterly reports to the Chief Court Administrator, to perform all functions other than those allocated to judicial officers by law, including logistical matters such as receiving official guests at their respective stations.